Tēnā koutou katoa. Kia tau te rangi mare e roto e tēnei whare. O tātou e tēnei wā te hei Mauriora. He mihi nui kia koutou. Ko Auraki te Mauka, ko Waitaki te Awa, ko Uruau te Waka. Ko Kaitahu te Iwi, ko Katihui Rapa me kai te ruahiki o ku hapu. Ko Aro Whenua me o tākou o ku marae. No te umukaha ahau engari no ōtautahi e nei. Ko Huriana Russell, taku ingoa. Today I'll be sharing my Rangahau Hauora plan, which explores an issue impacting our rangatahi and whānau, the connection of online gambling, gaming and mental health. So to begin with, my kaupapa is focused on gambling and gaming, particularly the way it impacts the rangatahi Māori and their whānau. When we think of gambling, most people imagine things like casinos and pokie machines and sports betting. But what we see today is that gambling is creeping into everyday life through online games. Things like loot boxes and in-game betting systems are designed to mimic the same reward patterns that traditional gambling uses. For our rangatahi who spend a lot of time in digital spaces, this makes them vulnerable. They might not realise that what they're doing has gambling-like risks. They just see it as part of their game, part of their world. And for whānau, it can be hard to keep up. Parents or caregivers may notice changes. Maybe their tamariki is withdrawing. Maybe they're asking for more money. Maybe they're getting frustrated or secretly about their online habits. But whānau often don't have the tools, the language, or the support to respond. So the heart of this kaupapa is about asking, how can whānau and community support rangatahi Māori to stay safe from gambling and gaming harm? So the issue itself and the voices of whānau who are often under represented is often layered and reminded us that the whānau voice has been researched through gambling harm, and it has been historically underrepresented. Many parents, like I say, they see the mood swings, the isolation, but the experience are often not centred in academic literature or policy. One whānau I have spoken with described their teenager struggles with loot boxes. The whānau noticed parallels with addiction, the excitement, the secrecy, and then the shame. The voice is critical. It shows us that gambling harm is not just an individual issue, it impacts the whole whānau system. So this kaupapa is about lifting those voices and ensuring solutions come from within whānau, not just from outside experts. So I will be working with my own whānau. We raise rangatahi between the ages of 12 and 18. here in Ototahi. The reason why I picked this age and this group is that the young people are experiencing and exploring and heavily influenced by their peers and media. And it's also an age where habits can start to form. And if we can strengthen whānau support and rangatahi resilience during these years, we can prevent harm before it becomes entrenched. The approach to address this issue, I'll use kaupapa Māori community action research approach. This means research with whānau, not on whānau. It is a relational, collective and streets-based. 4 key principles will guide my plan. So, whakapapa, recognising that our rangatahi are never isolated individuals. They are connected to whānau, hapu and iwi. Any intervention must strengthen those ties. Tikanga, ensuring process align with values such as manaakitanga and aroha. For example, whānau hui will be structured in a way that upholds respect and safety. Te reo Māori, valuing our language as a taonga and ensuring resources and surveys and hui can be bilingual so whānau feel culturally grounded. And guide the way we gather and hold knowledge. Rangatiratanga, self-determination, this principle is crucial. It means that participants have control over how they contribute, what they share and how their knowledge is used. They will have the opportunity to check findings, give feedback and help shape solutions. Manaakitanga creates safe spaces. If participants are giving their time and sharing their stories, I need to make sure they feel valued, comfortable and cared for. That might mean providing kai, choosing familiar venues like a marae or even our home, and always treating them with respect. The ethics. Well, an example, if whānau decide that the wanga online safety could be run at their marae, then that becomes the foundation. And this reflects on Bishop's 1998 call for Māori to retain control over research affecting their lives. Ethics, protecting whānau and upholding kaupapa Māori ethics. Every Rangahau Hauora plan must carefully consider ethics. I will follow the Te Ara Tika framework, Hudson et al. 2010, which emphasises on whakapapa, tikanga, manaakitanga and mana. Some key protections include whānau safety, so conversations around gambling harm can be sensitive. Hui can be held in safe, trusted spaces with clear support. Services available if distress arises. The design must be right. This means co-designing elements of the project with whānau so it reflects their aspirations, not just my academic requirements. And of course, whakapapa. Relationships come first before doing research. So I need to engage with my whānau and trust has to be established and permission has to be sought. And mana, ensuring justice and equity. This means making sure whānau voices are not just collected, but actually inform outcomes. It also means findings will be shared back in the ways that are accessible through hui or simple resources, not just academic reports. Protecting information and people will also be vital. Data will be stored securely. Participants will have the choice to remain anonymous or be acknowledged if they wish. Organisations can be involved or will be consulted if we need to, and there will be transparency around how findings are used. Confidentiality, and that's the information will be coded and only whānau approved narratives will be shared. Also, I have to protect myself as well because I don't want to have any emotional distress from all the stories that have been told. I'll maintain a reflective practice and seek supervision to ensure I don't overstep or cause unintentional harm. That could be one of the risks that I could take. And of course, the power imbalances. Rangatahi might feel pressured to agree with their parents or whānau members. To address this, I'll allow separate interviews if needed so they can speak freely. And talking about the gambling harm may bring up difficult experiences. To mitigate this, I will have support contacts available, such as helplines or counselling services, and I'll also check in with participants during and after sessions, just so that if there are any risks, that will be taken care of. For example, rangatahi are when they're saying rangatahi are vulnerable to harm, it emphasises whānau resilience and protection strategies while acknowledging systematic risks. So my conclusion to this is to close, this Rangahau Hauora plan is about amplifying whānau voice in the face of emerging challenges, online gambling harm, and the impacts on rangatahi mental health by applying kaupapa Māori frameworks guided by tikanga and te ara tika ethics. We can create solutions that are not only effective but also culturally safe and empowering. He waka eke no. We are all in this together. I want to thank you for all listening, and I look forward to carrying this kaupapa forward in partnership with whānau and communities. Closing karakia. Mā te aroha, me te maramatanga, e whakawhirinaki, e tautoko, mātou katoa, ake tonu, tihei mauri ora.